We're taking a look at Luke 13 from the New Living Translation. Jesus calls the people to repent. About this time, Jesus was informed that Pilate had murdered some people from Galilee as they were sacrificing at the temple in Jerusalem. "Do you think those Galileans were worse sinners than other people from Galilee?" he asked. "Is that why they suffered? Not at all. And you will also perish unless you turn from your evil ways and turn to God." "And what about the 18 men who died when the Tower of Siloam fell on them? Were they worse sinners in Jerusalem? Were they the worst sinners in Jerusalem? No, and I tell you again, that unless you repent, you will also perish." Then Jesus used this illustration. "A man planted a fig tree in his garden and came again and again to see if there was any fruit on it, and he was always disappointed. Finally, he said to the gardener, 'I've waited 3 years, and there hasn't been a single fig. Cut it down. It's taking up space we can use for something else.' The gardener answered, 'Give it one more chance. Leave it another year, and I'll give it special attention and plenty of fertilizer. If we get figs next year, fine. If not, you can cut it down." Jesus heals the crippled woman. One Sabbath day, as Jesus was teaching in a synagogue, he saw a woman who had been crippled by an evil spirit. She had been bent double for 18 years and was unable to stand up straight. When Jesus saw her, he called her over and said, "Woman, you are healed of your sickness." Then he touched her, and instantly she could stand straight. How she praised and thanked God. But the leader in charge of the synagogue was indignant that Jesus had healed her on the Sabbath day. "There are 6 days of the week for working," he said to the crowd. "Come on those days to be healed, not on the Sabbath." But the Lord replied, "You hypocrite, you work on the Sabbath day. Don't you untie your ox or your donkey from their stalls on the Sabbath and lead them out for water? Wasn't it necessary for me, even on the Sabbath, to free this dear woman from the bondage in which Satan has held her for 18 years? This shamed his enemies, and all the people rejoiced at the wonderful things he did.